iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans, to the Martinsville Speedway, home to the final race of the season. The championship all comes through the paperclip here tonight at Martinsville. I'm Roger Muth with the Turn 3 Racing Network here tonight to bring you all the racing action here for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series, presented by Red Light Racing. We talked about it already. The championship comes through this paperclip down there. The lights are on, the stars are here, and everybody is ready to go racing tonight. Qualifying underway right now, 4 drivers coming into the night that have a chance to win a championship. Sean Butler is one of those drivers that could have himself another championship. Could it be James Skelton going back-to-back, or maybe Max Terrell? How about the underdog coming into the night? He's out of Florida. Michael Trevarthen is the underdog coming into tonight's race. And, well, he may not think he is the underdog, but, well, when you look at the stats all season long, he's the only driver in the Final Four that only has 1 win. He's also the only driver that does not have over 7 top 5s this season. He only has 3. So when you just break down the stats all season long, he's the driver that everybody's going to be looking at here tonight to see if he can maybe challenge the big 3 here tonight for that championship. Right now on that provisional poll, and it is going to be official here. Driving car number 88 tonight, Sean Butler, who is in the championship hunt. He will start P number 1 to his outside, James Skelton. So that'll be a good battle into turn number 1 on lap number 1. We're going to have 200 laps, though, here tonight to really sort things out. But how about we go down trackside here for the final time this season and take a look at our starting lineup. Starting lineup brought to us by our friends up there at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. This is how they will line up. Starting on P number 1 here tonight, driving car number 88, the Valvoline entry. This is the 88 of Sean Butler. That is outside, driving out of South Carolina, driving the 86 of James Skelton. Blade Timmons in car number 923 is back this week. He will start 3rd. Max Terrell, another one of those championship 4, he will start 4th. Dalton Williamson in car number 61 with his best start of the season. He'll start 5th. Sean Single. Scooby-Doo, he'll start 6th. 7th, we'll go to the number 24, Zach Mitchell. His internet's working here tonight. He will start 7th. There's the fourth driver in the championship 4. And it's the car number 2. That is Michael Tremarthan. Driving the 0-1, the Adventure in Pixels machine is Richard Murdoch. He'll start 9th, while Jason Wells, the Alien, will start from 10th. Back there, driving the Full Throttle Racing, Turbo Torque Radical Paints number 98. This is Ryan O'Donnell. His outside driving car number 17. I just saw him on dirt last night. Here's the 17 of Tim Combs. Starting back into the 13th position here tonight, driving car number 973. This is Philly Edwards, while DJ Anderson out of Virginia will go from the 14th starting position. Starting in 15th, he just posted a new picture on Facebook. He's locked in here tonight. This is car number 5 of Brandon Minto. It's the Cole Peppers Bakery and Cafe number 14 of Brian B. Yankee. He will go from P number 16, while Dave Bragg of the Jiffy Lube number 31. The Bragg Motorsports entry will go 17th. 18th here tonight, driving car number 4. This is Jeffrey Souza. He was in the Final Four last season. Tonight, though, not in the Final Four. He'll start 18th in car number 4. Starting in the 19th position, hailing out of Ontario, Canada, driving car number 38. This is Brandon Feeney. Back into P number 20 here tonight, driving the Strano Brothers Racing number 43. This is Joe Strano. Starting back in P number 21, out of Tennessee, driving car number 62. This is Ethan Troutman. It's the Granny Hips Walkers and Canes number 13, out of Massachusetts, driving car number 13. This is Joshua Buckley, back in 22nd. 23rd here tonight, it's the Higgins Hill Racing Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 40 of Rob Higgins. He'll start 23rd. It's the Colony Tire and Service Center number 54 NC. This will be Rex Hoyle, back in 24th. 25th will go to the Canadian Bacon Eater number 45 of Tim Williams. It's the Aussie Kevin O'Brien in the 184, the Hot Wheels entry, back in 26th, while Bob Higgins in the Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 30 will start 27th, and Tony Strano, it's his fault, starting back into the 28th and final starting spot here tonight. Tony Strano grabs spot number 28. That's our starting lineup, brought to us by our friends at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, located in Ayer, Massachusetts. Race fans, if you need auto parts, you need to head to the family-owned and operated Checkered Flag Auto Supply. The knowledgeable staff has all the parts that you need. Hit them up today at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. 1 lap till we drop the green flag here tonight. 200 laps the distance. There's your race leader, Sean Butler, to the inside. It'll be James Skelton to the outside. Row number 2 will be Blade Timmons with Max Terriot back there in P number 4. 200 laps the distance to settle this championship here tonight. And boy, 2 champions are going to start on the front row here tonight to slug this one out. We've never come to Martinsville for a championship race, but we're here tonight. We're here tonight to decide this one. 28 drivers will head to turn number 1 right here as the green flag is up. Butler and Skelton away. Clean down into turn number 1. Skelton going to drift a little bit high, and 1 driver up into the outside wall, but Skelton's going to lose a spot or 2. He's all the way back to 3rd. Now look at the outside there. That was the 11 of Sean Single. Just out of our camera, they're going to go 3 wide. Here comes the number 2. That is Michael Tremarthan. But lap number 1 will go to the 88 of Sean Butler. So Butler will lead lap number 1. Timmons is back there in 2nd. Skelton has fallen into 3rd. Your top couple drivers have gone single file here. First battle is outside the top 10. Currently, that is the Philly Edwards, number 973. He's currently in that 10th position. Here comes the 64. 1 driver going to lock it up down to the inside. Caution lights are on. Caution lights on the Speedway. Ryan O'Donnell has brought the first caution flag of the evening out here. Driver out of Canton, Michigan. Kevin O'Brien late to the call there. He's just coming out of pit road. So we'll take a look back. Ryan O'Donnell just getting a little loose, it looked like to us live camera feed. Well, let's take the look though and see that yellow Turbo Dork Radical Paints entry of Ryan O'Donnell. Now he just held on to that Bee's Knees Turbo Dork Radical Paints yellow machine. Of course, Bee's Knees looking pretty good. That is the Bee's Knees, I would say. So right now, Ryan O'Donnell just locking it up there and holding on to her. Right on board with Ryan O'Donnell at the Checkered Flag Auto Display onboard camera. No harm, no foul. Maybe just a little bit of life taken off those Goodyear Racing Eagles. Ryan O'Donnell will just have to tag the back of the field. So Sean Butler still the race leader here after a handful of laps have been completed. Take a look at the timing and scoring. You notice 4 drivers are lit up in blue here tonight. Those are the 4 drivers that you have to keep your eyes on here tonight. Those 4 drivers are your championship 4. And after 200 laps here tonight, whoever is out front will be crowned the champion. I tried to get them to do a crazy little math arithmetic, to decide who was going to be the championship winner this season. They told me, Muth, how about you just go up there and call those left-hand turns and keep the driving and the championship stats all to us here as the drivers. And, well, you see I'm here and they're down there, so I'll let you race fans figure out which one of us won that battle. Spoiler, it wasn't me. So Butler out front. We should get the 1-to-go marker here. Then they're going to double them back up. It'll be Butler. This time it'll be Timmons to his outside. And then it'll be James Skelton, Max Terrett, Dalton Williamson, your top 5 drivers when we do come back racing. A couple drivers have elected to come down to pit road, as it does look like the lights are going to stay on. So we're going around at least one more time. A couple drivers come to pit road. That's Philly Edwards, the rookie this season. He'll finish second in the rookie overall standings. Of course, championship did get wrapped up the other week, and that will go for the Rookie of the Year standings anyway. That'll go to that driver right there. The driver out of South Carolina driving that number 923, the Monster Rehab Energy car here tonight. There you see that Toyota. That's Blade Timmons. Of course, Timmons not really a rookie when you talk about iRacing. I believe he just won a Daytona race the other day. I just saw that on Facebook. Well, I was scrolling. Don't tell my boss I was doing it at work, though. So Timmons winning the Rookie of the Year championship here. Trying to go out and at least win a race this season. Has been held winless. Has picked up 3 top 5s this season and 5 top 10s. A good rookie campaign for Blade Timmons. Didn't get him into the championship playoffs, but wasn't able to advance out of round number 1. iRacing, pace car down off the racing surface. That means we're ready to go after the first caution flag of the evening. Ryan O'Donnell bringing that one out of turn number 4. Green flag this time is back into the air here. It'll be a drag race to turn 1. Butler down to the inside, but you see the 923, the monster car, going to surge ahead off turn number 2. Will he be able to complete that pass, though? By the time they get to 3, he won't. Butler back down to the inside lane here. Butler trying to get it wound up on the bottom. Drag race at the lines. Give it back to Butler just by the splitter of that 88. So Butler now going to clear out to put Max Terrell and James Skelton locked in a heated battle for that 3rd position. Skelton in the Slim Jim entry. He always snacks into a Slim Jim when he's out on the boat. He's down on the bottom. See everybody else really starting to single file themselves out. Not a track you want to run a lot of laps side by side. You really want to get down to the bottom. Try and conserve the tires the best you can. And James Skelton is down on the bottom there still with that Toyota. Put that forward. The MK Medic number 42 with Max Terrell to the outside. A little tight that time out of turn number 4 there for Skelton. It looked like he was going to get a good launch, and all of a sudden he had to lift out of the accelerator. This time out of turn 2, though, a much better run there for car number 86 of Skelton. Max going to really drive it in, get right there on the quarter pin. Oh, a little loose that time for Skelton. Almost got down onto the curb. There's a curb all the way around the inside of turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You don't want to get down there. Now here comes the 24 of Zach Mitchell. Mitchell will take a bid now to the inside. That's car number 61. That's Dalton Williamson, the driver out of Tampa, Florida. Dalton in his sophomore campaign here on Monday night. See him driving that Ford, number 61. Now Max Terrell getting to the inside here on the 86 of Skelton. Looks like Skelton knows there's still a lot of racing left to go here tonight. He'll let the 42 of Max Terrell have that spot for the time being. He says, you know what? Maybe I can learn something by just following you around here, trying to save my tires. So now put Max Terrell into P number 3. It's still Sean Butler out front with Blade Timmons in second. Now Max Terrell, James Skelton, Dalton Williamson, your top competitors here. One driver was a little sideways. That was the Alienware number 64. They tried to avoid the 0-1 of Richard Murdoch. Murdoch going to make a little contact there. Got a little hip check. That was from the number 11 of Sean, Not So Single. There you see Single and Scooby-Doo going rut-row. And how about Brandon Minto right now, one of the biggest movers in the early stages of this one. That get upside Buffalo Wild Wings Miller Lite entry, the driver out of Norman, Oklahoma, making his way up through the field. There you see the Minto machine making the pass on James Skelton, so putting out Minto inside the top 10. Or sorry, that's Sean Single. Passing Sean Single in the Scooby-Doo entry. See everybody pretty much into that single file formation. One car back there making a pass. That was the number 4 of Jeffrey Souza. Souza there, you see, has some damage on his Ford Mustang tonight. Not sure where he got it, but this track so small, the accordion effect will always come into play sooner or later. Minto still getting pressured by that number 11. Riding on board here with Sean Single. Out in front of him, that is the get upside, number 5 of Brandon Minto. Still battling for that top 10 spot. One driver up ahead of them, up out of the groove a little bit. That was the 61 of Williamson. Not one of those short track experts here on the iRacing.com platform, but so far this season with the Scrambler Series has not found much success. Maybe tonight here at Martinsville, kind of his bread and butter, a short track. See the teammate, though, to Williamson coming down to the inside here. That's the Cobra Jet, number 2, the BK Paints entry. That is the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. Trevarthen going to get right on through. Now here comes Murdoch. He will actually take advantage of that. We'll call that the team orders, because you saw that Dalton Williamson wanted nothing to do with car number 2. Allowed him to get right on through, and Murdoch says, well, if you're going to open up the door, I'm going to waltz right in. Don't mind me. Ryan O'Donoghue side by side here. Remember, Ryan bringing out the first caution flag out of turn number 4. He does have some hurt tires on that Turbo Dork Radical Paints, the Bee's Knees entry tonight. Been a rough year for Ryan also. This time by, we're going to put lap 25 in the books when Sean Butler, 24 in the books when Sean Butler is able to come back through. He has opened up about, almost a second lead over Blade Timmons. Timmons starting to fade here now as this run goes on longer. As now Max Terrell has reeled in car number 923 of Timmons. Everybody got the zipper effect right around the bottom side of the speedway. Good launch that time, though, off turn number 2 for Blade Timmons, so he holds that number 42 at bay for the time being. See, Mac can really just roll the middle of the corner a lot better than that Toyota out in front of him. And, man, James Skelton's still hanging right there. He's actually closing the gap the last couple of laps. Just a little bit faster as Timmons and Terrill continue to battle for this position. It's kind of like a slinky. Come out of the corner, it stretches out. You go into the corner, you bring that slinky back in here tonight. Race leaders are closing in on lap traffic. That first car they will come upon, that'll be the Kevin O'Brien, the Red Bull entry, the driver out of Newcastle, South Wales, Australia. See him having that Red Bull machine here tonight. Red Bull gives you wings, and it also gives you enough wings to get those Hot Wheels moving. I think if Kevin O'Brien ever comes over here to America, he's going to find my house and drop a bunch of Hot Wheels on my front porch, I swear. For as much as we talk about him in the Hot Wheels entry. Granny Hips, though, he's going to be throwing tennis balls out the window here soon, because there goes the number 4 of Souza. He'll pick up that spot, bumping Granny Hips back here to running 20th. Now here comes Rex Hoyle, the Colony Tire and Service Center entry. Hoyle now working the bottom side of the speedway. One driver was down there, dusting off the apron, I would say. That was Tim Williams. Williams able to hold on to it. There's still that battle. Here comes Ryan O'Donoghue now. He's going to try and get past old Granny Hips. Buckley up the speedway, and right behind them, that is the old cowboy himself, Rob Higgins. Back there trying to figure out which one of these drivers is going to go where. Out front still going to be Sean Butler, the driver out of Ohio, the all-time winningest driver in the Scrambler Series history, also having a bunch of championship rings on his fingers. The Butler is out front here tonight, and he has been able to hold them at bay. It seems like now the last couple of laps he has either toned it down just a little bit. Looking at the best lap times, and actually, yeah, he has definitely toned it down about a tenth of a second slower last time by. I'll check him again here at the line. It was a 20.1 last time by for the Butler. This time a 20.10 for the Butler again. Half a tenth faster, though, is going to be Blade Timmons that time by at the line. He's still going to be bringing that number 42 of Max Terriot along with him. Dave Bragg trying to make up some spots here with that Jiffy Lube entry. The driver out of Ontario, Canada, battling with Brian Bianchi, the driver out of Massachusetts. Bianchi in car number 14 this season had a couple of strong top 10 finishes here. Bragg started off the season last year as a rookie at Daytona and put himself in a good finishing position. This season kind of took that sophomore progress. You know how that kind of happens, coming as your sophomore season, pumped up on the chest and maybe fall on her face just a little bit, but Bragg here tonight inside the top 15. He's already picked up 3 spots in the first 36 opening laps of this one in that Jiffy Lube car. You haven't seen him really step out of line. He's just kind of been real smooth with that entry. That Chevrolet really looking pretty stout here tonight. He's another one of those drivers that really like to go short track racing here on the iRacing.com platform, and if I remember right, he's got that rivalry with Brandon Feeney, and the question being right now, where is the Brandon Feeney entry? Well, Dave Bragg has it covered because Feeney all the way back here, that Liquid Moly K1 graphics entry is all the way back into the 24th position. 24th, down 5 spots from where Brandon Feeney started this one. So he's going to have to pick it up here in the later stages of this one. One driver was way up the track there. I don't know who that was. It wasn't Ryan O'Donnell. Maybe it was Tim Williams. There you see him on the outside in car number 45. So the 45 of Tim Williams picking up 5 spots, now losing 1 back to Ryan O'Donnell. Ryan O'Donnell, remember, he spun to bring out the first caution flag out of turn number 4, and since then the Bees Knees Turbo Dwark Radical Paints has been working his way back through the field very slowly, but you can't win this one in a sprint. 200 laps, remember the distance, still over 150 laps tonight here. Ryan O'Donnell to make his way back to the front. There is your race leader still, Sean Butler. Still the race leader. They're closing in, though. They have already put Tony Strano and Philly Edwards down the lap. The next driver that would be up the road will be Brandon Feeney. Actually put Bob Higgins there. He went down a lap 2 laps ago, actually. So currently sitting 24 cars on the lead lap right now. Everybody just rolling the bottom, still feeling these machines out. They had an hour of happy hour of practice before tonight's event. Of course, they did host a 100-lap short distance race last night for these drivers that wanted to take part in getting some extra laps here at Martinsville. One driver that decided to skip the practice here tonight, and well, it's shown. He's back in 17th. He's dropped 5 spots back to that 17th spot. This is Tim Combs, the golfer out of Ohio. And no, race fans, I know what you're thinking. Was he out golfing? Well, let's put 2 and 2 together here. Golfing and wintertime in Ohio, they don't really go hand in hand. So I'm going to tell you, no, Tim Combs was not out golfing yesterday. He was actually out running some 358 dirt modifieds here on the iRacing.com platform. I had the pleasure of racing with him, and I'll say it, race fans, he beat me. It pains me to say that I got beat at dirt, but old Tim Combs brought his wheel, and he beat me. Anybody that knows me and my love for racing, we do fall back onto the dirt modifieds here as we're out of Pennsylvania. We love our 358s and our big block modifieds, of course, our 410 sprint cars. But the greatest thing about the Red Light Racing Scrambler series is we get to scramble it up. We get to watch all sorts of racing action here on Monday night. And the one driver that would be hoping we would just be running dirt at this point, I think, is Ryan O'Donnell. He slid that time off turn number 4 again. All that progress he had, well, he just dropped 2 spots as he's back now running back into the 21st position. The bee's knees tonight not working out the way he would like it. As there's the 40, the checkered flag auto supply. Number 40. This is the cowboy back here, Rob Higgins. I hope he's got his cowboy hat on. Maybe we can get one of those pictures. Got to see if we can get that production crew to pull up a picture of Rob Higgins. He's got one of those brand new cowboy hats. His beautiful wife out there got him it when she was down in Texas on vacation. He likes to wear it around. Puts his turn 3 shirt on, and then he puts a cowboy hat on, and yeah, he does have the cowboy boots to match, so he's cowboyed out. Minto working to the inside of the lap down car of Kevin O'Brien. O'Brien going to stay to the high side, so Minto takes that spot. Minto falling a couple laps ago to car number 11 of Sean Single, so Minto back here running into the 11th spot. He's got DJ Anderson right there. There you see the Mountain Dew Baja Blast entry. Dave Bragg making a move here, trying to get to the outside of the Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe, number 14. Bragg going to try a little crossover move down the back straightaway. As they continue to battle here for that 13th and 14th spot, Souza has really closed in on the back bumper of both of them. Souza elected to come down pit road under that first caution flag of the evening. He did not put tires on, though. One driver down out of the way there. That's the number 30 of Bob Higgins in car number 30. See him down around the bottom side of the Speedway. Kevin O'Brien having some handling issues. He's well up against the outside retaining wall down there in 3 and 4. Another driver having some handling issues. The 45 of Tim Williams sideways. So Williams, also one of those drivers out of Ontario, Canada, will gather it back up. He does go a lap down, though, to the race leader, Sean Butler. There you see Butler has got away. And as Butler has started to slice and dice his way through lap traffic here tonight, we are officially a quarter of the way into our championship race here tonight at Martinsville, and that race lead has started to open up again. There you see. That's your second place car back there. About a second back is Blade Timmons, and Max Terrell's about another 0.3 of a second back, and then it's going to be another 0.3 of a second back to James Skelton. Skelton really closed the gap that time down into the corner. One driver coming to pit road there. That was car number 30. That is Bob Higgins bringing the checkered flag auto supply number 30 down to pit road. Not sure if this is a scheduled stop for him. We'll see here in the next handful of laps if these are scheduled pit stops. Last time by, our fastest driver was Sean Butler, but our second fastest driver was the 42 of Max Terriel, that MK Medic entry. Max had to start back and forth. One driver going to the inside wall. That's the 45 of Tim Williams. He'll give it a little kiss down on the inside wall there, right off that BK paint sticker on the left front of this Chevrolet. There you see the damage right above that eye. The eye, the headlight, right there on the left side. That's where the damage is. Now here comes Tim Williams. He'll come to pit road. So as Williams comes to pit road, everybody else staying out there. This battle's still raging on. It's still the Brian B. Yankee, number 14, sitting there in the 13th spot. There you see the Tuxedos by Ted on the hood of that Culpeppers entry. It's a beautiful retro-looking paint scheme on Brian B. Yankee's machine. Of course, we always talk about being the best dressed with the Tuxedos by Ted on the hood, and him and his teammate there, the 54 of Rex Hoyle, always bringing some good cars. One driver wheel hopped it and slid up the Speedway. Now one driver headed to the inside wall. Tail tank slap for Dave Bragg. Bragg going to slap it off the wall there. It all started when Sean Single got up out of line in Scooby-Doo. There you see the Sean Single entry. So Single's going to drop from what was at the time running into the 9th position back to now running 13th with Scooby-Doo. Got Shaggy riding along on that side. He slapped it off the wall. Velma's still looking good, though. Nothing has changed out front. It's still Butler, Timmons, Terrill, Skelton, Trevarthen out front here tonight at Martinsville. Closing in on what should be a green flag pit cycle is what it is going to be looking like here. Question being is, when does the race leader say enough is enough and come to pit road? There you see your race leader of Sean Butler out front. He's closing in on car number 43. That is Joe Strano in the Road Rage Accessories number 43. There you see the driver out of Wisconsin. Of course, him and his brother Tony, longtime members here of Red Light Racing, especially on Monday night. They both did run on Thursday night for a couple of seasons, but, well, this year we don't have the pleasure of watching either of the Stranos on Thursday night, as it does look like Joe will go a lap down. One driver to pit road here early. That is the Baja Blast, the Mountain Dew entry. Number 51 of DJ Anderson. Anderson last week had to either win or hope that Sean Butler had a terrible race, and unfortunately Butler went out and won, and DJ Anderson was locked out of the playoffs by a point. So his teammate there of Butler trying to carry the flag. Still waiting for a lot of your race leaders to make their dive to pit road. See if that happens here soon. Tim Combs making a battle right here out of this one. He'll go around car number 62, or he will not. Now Combs will complete that pass. Now here comes the 54, Rex Hoyle. One driver, one of your championship drivers coming to pit road. Scheduled stop here. Michael Trevarthen, the first one out of your championship 4 to come to pit road, and he's been into the outside wall at least once here tonight. That Cobra Jet will make its way to pit road, and now another one of your championship 4 making their way down pit road. Here comes the Slim Jim entry. Skelton coming to pit road. It's very dangerous to come to pit road under green flag circumstances when we come to these short tracks, because you never know what will happen. So there you see Skelton coming down. He'll pull into his pit stall. He has the second stall here tonight. Squares it up perfectly as he came around the corner. Brian Bianchi to pit road. Here comes Tim Combs also. Sean Single to pit road, but the Butler is staying out. Blade Timmons is hot to trot. He has not really let Butler extend this race lead. The biggest the lead has been all evening long was 1 second, and it's now back down to 0.6 of a second. About 7 car lengths. Here comes the number 62 out of Tennessee. That's Ethan Troutman. He'll come to pit road in the Office Max. Also, it looks like the number 3 of Tony Strano is down on pit road. So pit road, a very, very busy place. We're C, though, because, well, a couple of your championship drivers came to pit road. They're back out there already onto the racetrack. The 86 of Skelton, who has been back out there, so has the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. They're battling for position. Right now, it's Trevarthen who has the spot, as the 86 would like to have it. Look how fast they came up on the number 31 there. That was Dave Bragg, and he had no clue your race leaders, or the guys on fresher tires, were coming that fast. Now Butler is on pit road. There you see the 88 of Butler coming to pit road. He'll bring Joe Strano and Ryan Donnie to pit road here. This is what is going to assume to be possibly for the race lead. We'll see how fast Butler gets on and off. There's the number 42 of Max Terrell. It's going to get leapfrogged there by the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. Skelton nowhere to go. Max had the bottom side. Skelton tried to sail it in on the top side. Wasn't quite able to make it happen. He'll get a run down the front straightaway. He'll have to hit the hooks. Where is that 88 of Butler? Butler's still going to get out ahead of these 3 drivers. Butler is sitting in 9th after he returns back out onto the racetrack, but will he stay there for long? Some drivers still have to come to pit road. Here comes the race leader. Here comes that monster. Rehab Number 923, Tim is coming to pit road, very slow into his pit stall. Zach Mitchell also down on pit road, along with Richard Murdoch, Dave Bragg. So this is the race leader currently here. Remember, he did pit under the first caution flag, so he has a couple more laps of fuel underneath him. So Jeffrey Souza is the race leader. Rex Hoyle just came to pit road. Everybody cycling through. So when does Souza come to pit road? He says not this time. He'll at least come out here. He'll complete lap number 75. And it will be Sean Butler then that will reassume the race lead when it all cycles back through. He's getting around Kevin O'Brien right now. Kevin O'Brien, remember, missing the call to the starting grid here tonight. Had to finish up his game of Hot Wheels. Pass for second, though. There goes the 42. Max Terriot gets around Michael Trevarthen. Now Jeffrey Souza has made his way to pit road. There you see him. So as car number 4 comes to pit road, this will be your new race leader. His name is Sean Butler. He'll reassume the race lead here on lap number 77. So the Butler is P number 1 after the green flag pit cycles here tonight. That is going to be Max Terriot. There you see him in car number 42. He is sitting in second. Third will be Michael Trevarthen with that early pit stop. He pitted about 4 laps sooner than the rest of our front 2. And James Skelton sitting back there running into P number 4. So your top 4 championship drivers coming into the night with a chance to win a championship as the caution lights are on. Caution lights are on. Championship 4, though, we're running 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm being told it's the Liquid Motley K1 Graphics number 38 of Feeney. And oh boy, his night just got worse as Brian Bianchi was trying to get around him down there as Feeney's going to loop around the 38. So Feeney's going to try and back this one up here into traffic. Racing off a laptop from Ontario, Canada. There you go. Brandon Feeney now going to get that car pointed in the right direction. Take a look, though. What happens to the 38? Ryan O'Donnell's right there. O'Donnell tried to go to the inside. Unfortunately, going to clip that quarter panel, and around goes Brandon Feeney, and Feeney tries to gather it up and turn it around as fast as he can. Sean Single, oh boy. And right there, unfortunately, loses the grip. Watch on the nose camera here we have with Sean Single tonight. He sees the caution lights are on, and all of a sudden, there's Feeney. That even got me on the replay. Watch from over top here. Watch the bee's knees get right into the quarter panel. Around goes the Liquid Motley entry. Talk about close. Even from high above here, that was close. So Feeney is down on pit road. The question being, though, what happened to the number 14, Brian Bianchi? He has also brought the Tuxedos by Ted Culpepper's Bakery and Cafe entry down pit road here. Unfortunately, he's got damage. We'll see how much damage is done to the 14. As looking at it, he is back in 21st position right now after our second caution flag of the evening. Going to bunch this field back up. Race fans, we got to thank you all for tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. It's been a long season here with the Scrambler Series this year, but we're glad you're here tonight. If it's your first time, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Let the race car drivers know that you appreciate them here tonight. Also, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Get a notification anytime we do go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's Al Smith, K.R. Stolfus, Brett Hahn, Dave Whirl, or myself, Roger Muth, bring you live coverage here on the Turn 3 Racing action 7 days a week, from the high banks of Daytona to the short track local tracks that you see your Saturday night heroes run, all the way here to the Martinsville Speedway. We hope you, of course, do enjoy the content we have here with the Turn 3 Racing Network. A lot of loyal and long-time leagues we've had here, along with all you loyal and long-time fans that have tuned in here to keep tabs on some of these drivers. than some of them you can even catch at your local short tracks. Many drivers throughout the field here tonight having real-world driver experience behind the wheels of everything from Legends, Bandoleros, to super late models, to modifieds. They have had it all. But it's all going to be on the shoulders here. Your top 4 are your championship 4 drivers. That's we're ready to go back. Green flag racing this time by. Green flag up, and Butler going to get a great start on the bottom side. Can he hold the Rays lead over Max Terrill? Butler and Terrill do have the freshest tires out of the top 4. Skelton going to get down behind Michael Trevarthen very fast. Now it looks like Max Terrill going to go right down to the bottom side. That'll leave car number 24 to the outside. Oh, big moment there for the 86 of Skelton. He just got put into the got hit in the back end there by the number 24 of Zach Mitchell, I believe it was. You see the back end of the 86 Slim Jim entry all kind of wadded up. One driver to the outside having a little bit of the electrical issues. That's the 01 of Richard Murdoch. Oh, one car going around. That's the 51 DJ Anderson. What a save by DJ Anderson. They don't call him Drift King for nothing. Couple drivers back there throwing the old blockaroo down the straightaway. I believe that was the 31 of Dave Bragg. He is currently sitting in that lucky dog position, but he's got 2 other drivers that are battling for that lucky dog spot behind him. He's got Souza and Hoyle had to trot on the back bumper. Look at Souza. He'll go to the outside. He's got the fresher tires over Bragg, and he'll make the outside lane work. Let's see, he does clear, and now he's going to go down and block the inside lane here, as he'll have that transfer spot if we were to get a caution flag here, and he was not involved. Minto, though, he's got pressure. He's got the flames all over the back of that get upside number 5 of Brandon Minto. Nothing doing, though, if you are the 01 of Richard Murdoch right now. Tim Combs, though, battling a lap down. Currently, he's trying to get around the number 43. That's Joe Strando. That is a battle for position. He's also got Ryan O'Donnell right there. They're trying to move their way up into those, well, what would be the transfer? Lucky dog spot, if they could. Brandon Minto just cannot get away from that 01. The Adventure and Pixel 01 of Richard Murdoch right now. See Murdoch with those flames. He's always had flames. As long as I can remember, Richard Murdoch has driven that 01 car. Doesn't matter the sponsor that is on that car. It has always got flames on it because it is hot. Richard, one of those fan favorite drivers out there, has family members tuning in from all over the globe. Of course, we got to give a big shout out. Richard Murdoch, one of those veterans. We thank you for your service, along with Brandon Minto and a slew of other drivers here in this league tonight. Also, fighting for our freedom here that we have, that we're able to come out here on a Monday night and race these virtual cars on the iRacing.com platform. Take a step back from the real world side of things and come out here into the reality side where we're all race car drivers and we're all announcers, right? Right now, Murdoch is down 2 spots from where he started. He is sitting in the 11th position right now. That is on the lead lap. There's only 13 cars on the lead lap. Murdoch, Minto, and Troutman right now are those final cars. Troutman, of course, did get that lucky dog. There you see him. He had to start at the tail end of the longest line after getting his service done to that office depot. Mobile 1, number 62, the driver out of Tennessee. Where's the race leader? Where's the race battle? Well, there is your race leader as he flashes by the camera. That is the 88 of Sean Butler. He's still out front. About a 3-car length lead. Shorten that up. Maybe it'll extend this time off turn number 4. The complete lap number 95 officially will go on the board here tonight as being completed at Martinsville. It's Butler. It's Terrill. It's Trevarthen. Where's that 4th place runner in the championship? Well, he's back there running in 5th right now. Skelton maybe trying to save a little bit of tires on this Slim Jim entry. And remember, he's got that rear end damage on that Toyota. The rear end damage, we talk about damage, and, well, here at Martinsville, maybe not so much going to really affect the handling of that number 86. Might make it a little bit looser on the longer runs, but I think the short runs, while the tires are still good, he won't have that much of an issue. There you see the number 2 up the speedway a little bit. Trevarthen going to let Timmons go on by. Timmons has been one of the fastest cars of the evening here tonight at Martinsville. Leader, though, working up into lap traffic. There you see the Liquid Molly K1 Graphics, number 38 of Brandon Feeney. He'll go another lap down. One driver to pit road, though, also there in the camera shot. That's the Granny Hips Walkers and Canes, number 13. So that will put now Joshua Buckley down pit road here on lap number 99. Buckley running back into the 23rd and dropping spot. Butler going to pick up lap number 99 here, leads one more lap, and that's the halfway point. If we get back here under the green flag, caution lights look like, yeah, they are. One driver turned around. That's the 31 of Dave Bragg in the Jiffy Lube entry. Out of Peterborough, Ontario, Canada. I think Brandon Minto may also be involved. So that's the third caution flag of the evening here tonight at Martinsville. Let's take a look back here at Dave Bragg's issue and see what he had happen. Oh, Minto right into the back of Bragg, and it's going to turn Bragg up over the curb, and he spins him around. Right on board with our checkered flag, auto supply onboard camera. Minto just back into the accelerator just a little bit sooner. See if we can hear the back tires light up. Oh, Dave Bragg actually locked it down. Didn't actually hit the gas to try and spin that car around. Just locked it down. Right on board, Brandon Minto. He just rolled the corner just a little bit better there. Couple drivers take this time to come to pit road. A couple drivers staying out here. It looks like the 88 of Sean Butler will stay out. Max Terriot will stay out along with Blade Timmons. And Ethan Troutman going to stay out. And cycling through right now, looking like the first driver that did come to pit road is going to be Michael Trevarthen, James Skelton, Zach Mitchell, and the rest of the gang back there. They all just came to pit road. So we'll see how everybody stacks up here officially, because you see more cars coming to pit road tonight. So as we have this chance, though, race fans, once again, we got to thank you for your continued support here with Red Light Racing. Of course, we got to thank the Checkered Flag Auto Supply for coming back on board. The big announcement, they are back next year as the title sponsor here with the Scrambler Series. And they are back also with the Modified Series on Thursday night, starting next season again, as that championship is also coming to a close. Just a couple more races left in that one. Red Light Racing is still looking for sponsorship opportunities here for you to get your name out there, whether you have a company that you would like advertised or, well, you just want to say hi to your mom and put your name at the end of it. You can make that happen. All you got to do is contact Red Light Racing or one of the admins, Joshua Buckley, along with Richard Murdoch and James Skelton. They can point you into the right direction and get all that information into the league tonight, tomorrow, anytime that you are ready. Just like we are all ready to go back racing here. It'll be Sean Butler, Max Terriot, Blade Timmons, Ethan Troutman, and then Michael Trevarthen will round down the top 5 as we get ready to go racing after our third caution flag of the evening. It'll be 105 laps here tonight at Martinsville that have been completed here by 28 drivers here with Red Light Racing in the Scrambler Series. It's championship night. The front 2 here are 2 of your championship hopefuls. Back into the restart zone here at Martinsville. We're green flag racing once again. Great start by Max Terrell. He'll pull even with the Butler. And now he'll nose ahead halfway down the back straightaway. A little scrape of the wall there by the fender flaring on car number 42. Butler actually gets a really good turn down to 3 and out on the exit of 4. It'll be Sean Butler back to the point here. Sean Butler picking right up where he left off. Your top 10 drivers right now all single filed themselves out. You got to go back to Murdoch, who's trying to get around the number 54. That's Rex Hoyle. Hoyle is sitting 1 lap down currently on the scoring charts. Got around him on the restart, though. Up the track goes the 62, Ethan Troutman. Going to lose some ground there. You see that Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe, number 14. Brian Bianchi made his way back out onto the track. Scout making a couple passes here on this restart. He's got Blade Timmons trapped to the outside, and here comes the T-Rex. Number 24, Zach Mitchell also. One driver into the outside wall. That was Sean Single playing pinball once again. Single's been into that wall a timer 3. There you see the 23 of Blade Timmons. 2 teammates here. Well, we call them teammates. They're ex-teammates now at this point, I do believe. The alliance has been broken off between the 11 and the 923 there of Timmons. But Timmons going to let him by. Oh, boy. Somebody with a big handful back there. Oh, it's Mr. Excitement, Dalton Williamson. He was all sorts of jacked up sideways and trying to slug down that Mountain Dew. So now you see Dalton Williamson on the back end there of that monster machine as there's a battle inside for the second position. Here comes car number 2 now. Max Terrell going to open up the door, and Michael Trevarthen says, knock, knock. I want to come through to second. This Cobra Jet number 2, the BK Paint Century. Sean Single going to blow through the corner there. He'll lose a spot. But the battle's still for second here. Top 4 drivers again in that championship 4. Whoever beats the others tonight here will be a champion. So you don't want to finish second. You don't want to finish third. You don't want to finish fourth. You're pretty much going to have to go out there and win this race to win a championship. That's how it's been the last couple of seasons here with Red Light Racing. And right now, Butler setting the pace. Now here comes Zach Mitchell. He saw Michael Trevarthen get around. Now he wants to get around. James Skelton also taking advantage of the 42 on the outside groove. Now Max Terrell going to fall back into line in 5th. 5 laps ago, he was running 2nd. Now he's back to 5th. Sean Butler leading the way, but oh boy, here comes that number 2. Trevarthen has somewhere to go as the caution lights are coming on. Caution lights on as the battle for the race lead was really picking up there. Brian Bianchi, and I see DJ Anderson stopped on the speedway on the exit of turn number 4. DJ Anderson gets it refired and sitting in 14th right now. I don't think the leader came by to put him a lap down, so he'll stay on the lead lap. What happened, though, to Brian Bianchi and DJ Anderson? You see the Bianchi, number 14. Oh, DJ going to go wheel hop and hit the curb, and he'll put Bianchi up into the outside wall. Different angle there. You see the curb really affect that left front of the 51 of DJ Anderson. Once Anderson goes up into the wall, it looks like maybe knocked the wheel out of his hand. He came to a stop. Then he got it refired. Right on forward with Brian Bianchi. This is what he saw. You see in the mirror, there goes the 51. He knows he's down there. He gives him room, and then all of a sudden, right across the nose, and Brian Bianchi's night that was going oh so well is, well, going to end up with a couple missing body panels at the end of the night. One driver came to pit road. That was the 88 of Sean Butler, so he is back there now. Looks like he is going to be restarting in 9th. Max Terrell also came to pit road, so a couple of your championship 4 coming to pit road, but 2 of them staying out. Michael Trevarthen and James Skelton will stay out here under this caution flag, and they will pick up the top 2 spots. So Michael Trevarthen, we talked about him being, well, a little bit of the underdog coming into the evening. Can he maybe pull off one of those upsets? It's a question that we're going to have to see. We saw a driver last season. That was the Souza entry. That was Jeffrey Souza. Get into the Final 4. Did not win a race last year. And it came down to him finishing second to James Skelton. Skelton picking up that championship. So anything could happen. As long as you get into the Final 4, anything can happen when it comes down to the end, especially when we're here at Martinsville. Will we see a bump and run late in this race? I wouldn't put it past one of these drivers. There's a lot of respect out there for each other in this series, so you don't see too many drivers taking swipes at one another, running them up the speedway, bumping them out of the way. We don't normally see that kind of racing here. But boy, what would you do for a championship after 15 weeks of hard-nosed racing here with some of the best iRacers on the iRacing.com platform? Well, I can tell you, if my mom was out in front of me with 1 to go, I'm sorry, Mom, I love you, but I got to get me a championship. Green flag going to come back in the air, and a bobble on the outside lane. That time for the 86 of James Skelton. And then, a missed shift there by the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. Look at the running order off the back straightaway there. That's going to be now James Skelton, who spun the tires on the restart. And then also the number 2 missing a shift, and then he got ran into. You see the damage on the back quarter panel now. New race leader for the first time. Car number 86 of James Skelton is the race leader here. So Skelton now for the first time with fresh air on the nose of that Toyota Camry. Can he run away and hide? Remember, a couple of your other championship drivers came to pit road. Where are they running right now? Well, there is that number 88 of Sean Butler. It's James Skelton out front. Trevarthen is second. Then you got to go back to the 6th spot to find your other championship 2 drivers. That's Butler in 6th. And now Max Terrell will get around the number 11 of Sean Singer, who continues to have some handling issues on the Scooby-Doo entry. We don't know what's going on. We haven't had a report from the number 11 of Sean Single, but we can tell you that right now Scooby is definitely going ruh-roh Shaggy. Right out ahead of him, you see the 88 and that number 42 trying to get around Blade Timmons. Timmons has a lot of damage. I didn't see. That might have came on that restart where they all got jacked up on the restart. Take a look here. See if we can zoom on out here just a little bit. This is the restart we just came to. You're going to see the 86 spin the tires right here. Going to spin the tires sideways, and then Michael Trevarthen just missed the shift. Nowhere for that inside lane to go. Everybody stacked them up. Right on board with Blade Timmons here on this restart. Listen to it. Nowhere he was going to go on that one. Everybody just stacked up from the missed shift. There you see Timmons. It looks like maybe something going awry as the caution lights actually come right back on as we come live pictures. And Blade Timmons has some more damage on the 923. What happened here? It looks like it's being told something with DJ Anderson and Philly Edwards. Those drivers got turned around, and actually Blade Timmons, you can see him down the way there. He was already up out of the groove. Blade Timmons already in the wall. Let's see if we can go back another. There's Timmons. Oh, he disappears. He has some internet connection issues or something in his sim rig. Maybe has gone awry. Next thing you know, that Monster Energy rehab entry reappears on the outside wall. There you see the chaos going on behind him. Take another look here, though, at the caution flag, what it actually came out for. There you see the 973, the Guinness entry. DJ Anderson going to get right into that left quarter panel. It's going to put Philly Edwards down to the inside, and when Edwards tries to drive out of it, Rex Hoyle going to get involved also. I want to talk about one of the most unluckiest drivers this season. It's got to be Rex Hoyle. Right on board with Hoyle here. Minding his own business, minding his own business, minding his own business. I'm through it. I'm not. Philly Edwards looks like his car was crab walking as he rolled away from the incident. We'll see if he can make his way back out. Looks like a couple drivers taking it to the garage here early. Tim Williams has elected that he has had enough here tonight, along with Bob Higgins. Joe Strano also pulling car number 43 behind the wall here tonight after 113 laps. Here comes what would have been the race leader of Zach Mitchell. Looks like a lot of drivers came to pit road, and now Mitchell will also come to pit road here in car number 24. He will bring T-Rex down to pit road. Who will that turn things over to? Well, how about it? It's car number 4. Jeffrey Souza will obtain the race lead, and then that will put the 62 of Ethan Troutman. You can hear a lot of these drivers shutting off their cars as they come by our cameras here tonight at Martinsville. Trying to coast it a little bit. Blade Timmons also taking his 923 to pit road and to the garage. His night will not end the way he thought it would. He had a very fast car here tonight. Blade, one of those drivers out of South Carolina that gets to run late models down there on the asphalt. Raced at Myrtle Beach, Florence, South Carolina, down there in that Carolina area. Does look like the safety car lights have gone out here, so we'll get this one cleaned up. This is our 5th caution flag of the evening. We're coming back here and put 132 laps officially tonight here in the championship race with Red Light Racing. It's the Scrambler Series on Monday night, presented by the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. So the front row there getting ready to do battle. Let's see who spins the tires this time as they come up through the gearbox. Good start. Sideways, though, for both drivers. It looks like everybody's going to be able to come up through the 4-speed. Max Terrell has the advantage, though, on the inside lane there. They got Skelton trapped to the outside right now. See if they can keep him up there. Souza continuing to lead the way, and he's one of those short-track drivers out of the Northeast, too. So it will be Souza continuing to lead this race here. Now Max Terrell is in second. Sean Butler, James Skelton, Ethan Troutman stuck to the outside. Troutman has the hole. Can't quite get there because here comes the 11 of Sean Siegel. A big lockup by the left front there of Dalton Williamson in car number 61. He'll make the lockup, but he will now get to the inside of the 62. Who's willing to outbrake who? Pit in for one driver here tonight. Unscheduled stop, championship implications. Here comes the number 2. Michael Trevarthen coming to pit road, unscheduled here. Will he come to his pit stall? He will. He'll come to his pit box right here. He stops in the pit box. Is it going to be tires? Does not look like tires. This is a penalty for car number 2. Too fast exiting pit road and a commitment cone violation for car number 2. Michael Trevarthen's championship hope may have just gone up in the pit road. Still sitting down there in pit road. 22 seconds have gone by. Looking for 30 seconds to see if he gets released. He has gone 2 laps down currently. 30-second penalty is up for the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. He's down and away. He will lose a lot of ground here. Still a lot of time. Anything can happen. But boy, talk about something that... Oh, caution lights coming on. Caution lights coming on. 54 of Rex Hoyle has been turned around, or possibly something going wrong with the Colony Tire and Service Center number 54. Take a look. Hoyle lets Dave Bragg go to the inside lane here, and Bragg going to drift up. Hoyle's going to stay in it to try and stay out of the outside wall. And, oh, Rob Higgins nowhere to go. Tony Strandl gets it slowed up. It was almost his fault. Inside joke, race fans. It wasn't Tony's fault, but it was Tony's fault. Take it from another angle here. Watch that Colony Tire Service Center. The 54 knows he's going to give up the spot. He goes to the outside. Bragg just overcooks it a little bit. Slides up the Speedway. How about Zach Mitchell hanging on to it? Track just getting clogged down there. Everybody trying to find a way around Rex Hoyle. Hoyle just puts his foot back in it, slides it around. He's been in this position. He'll stay on the lead lap. So Hoyle stays on the lead lap. He will be in the 10th position. The question being, will he come to pit road with the Colony Tire and Service Center number 54? Or does he stay out here? Does he have enough tires in the pits? These drivers always had 4 sets of tires coming in. Usually these races, you're going to need to take at least all 3. And with 1 extra set of tires, the question being, though, Hoyle's been down on pit road already 3 times. This will be the 4th time he's brought car number 54 down pit road. So we're going to have to keep a close eye on that one and see what happens. Something here wrong with car number 2. Michael Trevarthen is stopped on the back straightaway. See him down here on the inside. Not sure what that one's about, but we'll see if we can get clarification. So he'll refire and join the back of the field. Couple cars coming to pit road. That was Rex Hoyle, Brandon Feeney, Tony Strandl, Joshua Buckley, all down on pit road. Your race leaders, though, pretty much staying out. Rex Hoyle did come down pit road, and yes, he's coming out of pit road right now. Tried to bang and beat some of those quarter panels out after he was involved in our 6th caution flag of the evening. Normally it's the Bowtie Brigade out front, but right now it's 2 Fords, a Chevrolet, a Toyota, 2 more Fords inside the top 6, and then a ration of those bow ties. Only 2 Toyotas in the field here tonight. James Skelton was one of them. 3 of them, actually. Philly Edwards was a late Toyota entry tonight. But Blade Timmons was also one of those Toyota racers getting into tonight's race. He was very fast, so we know the Toyotas had a lot of speed here. Can Skelton possibly harness some of that speed and get down to the bottom side and march his way to the front of this field? So it'll be Souza, it'll be Terrill, Butler, Skelton, your top 4 drivers when we come back to the green flag restart zone. Then it's Sean Single, Dalton Williamson, Richard Murdoch, Ethan Troutman, Zach Mitchell, and Brandon Minto. That's your top 10, as it looks like they don't have car number 2 lined up into his spot yet. Scoring still trying to get him all squared away. Slowly into the restart zone. We are back green flag racing. Everybody going to slide the tires there on that restart once again. We've seen the outside lane work for Max Terrill before. Can he carry the speed off turn 2? He'll carry the speed, but not quite past the number 4 to come down to the bottom side. This time out of turn number 3, can he put the power down? Race leader Max Terrill. Here comes Sean Butler. He'll do the crossover. Very aggressive move down there into turn number 1. He'll put Jeffrey Souza to the outside. Here comes Sean Single. Remember, he's had handling issues on the number 11 here tonight. He is now to the inside of car number 4. As not quite able to make the pass. It is still Max Terrill, Sean Butler out front here. A couple drivers towards the mid-pack battling pretty hard. I believe that was the Brandon Minto machine that was sideways. One driver down in pit road. That's Philly Edwards. He's been quiet all night. That's the Alienware number 64 of Jason Wells. Wells picking up a couple wins this season here in the Scrambler Series, but tonight not in the Championship 4. And he's kind of been relegated right around the 10th position all night long. Been up as high as running into the 6th spot and as low as back to 22nd here tonight during his green flag pit cycle. One of those drivers, you can probably pick him out in a crowd. Max Terra still the race leader, but boy, he's got company back there. One driver sideways hanging on to it, old Richard Murdoch. He had the wibble wobbles that time out of turn number 2. So Murdoch going to gather it up. Now Wells is on possibly put the attack on that Adventure in Pixel 0-1. One driver coming out of pit row. That looks like that is the Philly Edwards entry. He'll rejoin the field. Max still the race leader. 50 laps left in this one to decide a championship. Your top 2 are 2 out of the 4 championship drivers. James Skelton's back in 5th. The 4th driver in the championship hunt. He is 3 laps down, running into the 18th position. As that's Michael Trevarthen. Trying to see who's the biggest mover inside the top 10 right now, and that, I'm being told, is car number 4. Jeffrey Souza, who has led here tonight, is now back to running in the 4th spot. He came down last time he was on pit road, was lap 117, and he picked up a ton of spots by staying out here into the last couple cautions, but now he's got the 86 of Skelton lurking down to the inside. It looks like he will give him that inside advantage if he would like to take it. So Skelton going to try and work the inside. Souza, though, got a good run that time as, almost a little door contact. The number 4 takes the outside down into turn 1. Now Skelton going to overcook turn 1 and 2. Now does he open up the door for Zach Mitchell? Remember, Mitchell lost the tail quarter panel there of that car. There you see that rear fascia is gone off the 24 of Zach Mitchell. Mitchell takes over P number 5. Souza still up into the double digits. He's up 12 spots here tonight. And for this little track to gain 12 spots, he had to do a lot of work to get there. So he's picked up 12. The next best driver on that positive plus side, that's the number 54, Rex Hoyle. And he's been around. Remember, he's been up inside the top 10. He's been as high as running 7th, and right now he's delegated back to that 14th position. Here comes Tony Strano. That is not a battle for position, as Tony Strano is back into the 19th position currently with that Victory Junction Tony Strano number 3 machine. Battle for the race lead is still about a car length and a half, maybe 2 car lengths at most in the center of the corner. Really stretches out down the straightaway, but that's all going to accordion back in. Look at the 88 of Butler. Got a really good run. Terriel going to bounce it off the inside curb a little bit with those left side tires. He'll knock another one down here tonight at Martinsville. Your top 2, remember, battling. They're lit up in blue. That's how you can tell which one of these drivers are in the championship for here tonight with a chance to win that championship. And oh boy, Butler playing taps on the back bumper of car number 42. Butler, of course, has led the most laps here tonight. But right now, on that restart, he's just sitting back there in P number 2. Butler right there. There's a nudge again. Oh, but he'll cross himself up. One driver out of the groove back there. That was the number 61 of Dalton Williamson. He'll lose a spot. Good battle for the race lead, but a good battle right here, too. The battle of the damaged tail panels. That's Zach Mitchell. Maybe T-Rex is trying to take a snap out of that Slim Jim. Snap into the Slim Jim, I guess, is the actual saying. Doesn't take a bite out of it either way. Mitchell, remember, was 1 point inside the cut line at the opening of last week's race. Mitchell made it to the racetrack, but unfortunately his internet went out and was not able to compete to get into the Final 4. So he got knocked out last week. And now he'd just like to go out here and say, well, if I would have been in, I would have been the champion. Has to get around that pesky 86 of James Skelton, though. And Skelton, he's worked up on the number. Oh! Your race leader spun! The 42 of Max Terrill sitting backwards on the exit of turn number 2. What just happened? between your race leaders. Both of them battling for a championship. We saw the 88 of Butler playing taps on the back bumper of car number 42. Let's watch it back. Down into the corner, Butler goes right there, just not squared on the quarter panel. He'll turn Max around. Nobody gets into the 42 as everybody's able to escape to the outside lane. Watch this from the onboard camera with Max Terriol. Bump. Max stayed in the accelerator just so he would not hit the inside wall. Watch it again. Right there, Butler into that quarter panel. Just not a good spot to hit. So now things will change. And I'm waiting to see how this all plays out on our scoring because that's going to jumble the field up. I think that's going to put Sean Butler as our race leader. I think Butler will be our race leader when we come back green here. Looking at it, it'll be Butler, it'll be Skelton, Zach Mitchell, Dave Bragg, Jason Wells, Dalton Williamson, Richard Murdoch, Tim Combs, Brandon Minto, Ethan Troutman. Your top 10 is how they're going to be lined up. Couple drivers down on pit road. Josh Buckley trying to get service to his number 13. Rex Hoyle also coming down pit road. There you see the Colony Tire and Service Center. He'll hit his pit stall. How about it? An exciting one here tonight at Martinsville, that is for sure. We knew coming into the night here at Martinsville, short track tempers were going to be something we were really going to have to watch for. And, well, with 7 caution flags out here tonight, you can definitely tell the temperature in those helmets are going to start to really ramp up here tonight, especially with the championship on the line. Sean Butler being scored as the race leader as he just made contact with the 42 of Max Terriol. James Skelton going to restart second. Looks like Ethan Troutman's still a number of laps down to the race leaders. A lot of wave around cars that time as your race leaders came to pit road and a lot of those other drivers staying out so they could get a lap back here. It'll be Butler and Skelton, the two that are going to do the tango. Coming into the restart zone, it'll be 168 laps completed here tonight out of 200. Butler with a good run off the bottom side of the speedway. He'll hold the race lead. Skelton will have to go to second for the time being. Butler has been one of the dominating cars here tonight. One driver out of the groove. That's car number 5 of Brandon Minto. Here comes the 4 of Souza. Here comes the 42 of Max Terriol. Terriol, remember, now has fresh tires. He's up to running 9th and 30 laps to get it done. It doesn't seem like a lot of laps here. One driver up the speedway. There goes Richard Murdoch. He was having some issues in the Adventure in Pixel 01. He'll actually give way. He can already see that Max Terriol is coming, and he is on a mission, and he has the fastest car. Terriol has the fastest car, and he's going to go for another spot down here in the corner. Max Terriol now marching on a mission. Could only imagine what's going through Max's head. From the race lead to being turned around facing all your competition coming at you. He'll pick up another one. Tim Combs up the outside. Now Max has about a lap and a half, call it, clear track in front of him till he gets to the 61 of Dalton Williamson. There you see Dalton's onboard camera. That all-black machine, the MK Medic number 42, Max Terrell, is coming. He was the fastest car last time by at the line. Let's take it this time by. At the line, fastest car. Give it to your race leader, Sean Butler, that time. Then Max Terrell. That's how they're looking. There's the race leader. Right now, if there's anything left in the tank, it is time to use it. Next time by, we'll go 25 laps to go here in championship night. James Skelton going to wheel hopping a little bit down in the corner. He'll lose ground now to the race leader. About a half a second, the deficit from P1 to P number 2. Max Terrell has now caught the 61 of Dalton Williamson, and Dalton's not going to have anything to do with it. Pulls right down to the inside. Max is now to 5th. Max is to 5th, sitting about 2.5 seconds back with 25 laps to go. It's still time for the 42 to get back up here. 24 now to go. 24 laps to go. As the laps go, though, it's going to get harder and harder for Max to get around his competition. Those tires are going to start to fade at some point here tonight. Your top 5, though, with 24 laps to go. Sean Butler, James Skelton, Zach Mitchell, Jason Wells, and Max Terrell is running there into P number 5. At this point, if you are Sean Butler, you're going to run 23 qualifying laps in a row here. You got to go. You can't save it. You don't get to use it next week. And what he does not want to see is a caution flag come out, because that would bring the 42 of Max Terrell right up close and personal. 22 to go. That time by James Skelton, the fastest car on the Speedway. James Skelton, Max Terrell, and then Sean Butler, your fast 3. There's the 42. Check the speeds at the line once again. 19.7 for your race leader. A 19.6 for Max Terrell. So Max is coming, but he does have 2 hungry drivers that are out ahead of him. He's got Wells, and then he's got Mitchell. Max right now is yelling, there's debris on the Speedway. Debris. Throw the caution. Souza in the battle here. He's got fresh tires, remember? Battle for the race lead, though, as Sean Butler missed the corner. Here comes now the 86. They're going to make contact. Rubbing for the race lead with 20 to go. Now 19 to go as James Skelton will take the top spot from Sean Butler. Had to rough him up to get him up out of the groove, and once he got him up out of the groove, he went for it. Now a crossover attempt here by Butler as they go down the back straightaway. Not going to be able to do it. Skelton's going to get down in front. They're both going to slide into the corner. That's allowing the 24 of Zach Mitchell to close in. Mitchell's closing in, so is Wells, and don't look. Here comes that 42. Max Terrell now closing in on the back of the 64 of Wells. 18 laps to go. It's all going to come down here. The marbles are out on the table. Butler's going to get to the outside here. Try and get a diamond off run. Slides a little bit. It's going to negate that one. He's going to have to wind it back up. 17 to go. That time, Butler going to wrap the bottom down in 1 and 2, just try to be smooth. Max kind of slid that time off turn number 2. Caution lights are coming on. Caution lights are on for the 8th time here tonight. Car number 5. They get upside. Buffalo Wild Wings Miller Light entry. The driver out of Norman, Oklahoma, has gone around. That'll be the 8th caution flag of the evening. Take a look here. Minto was running in P number 10 at the time. Oh, just went down there, got on that transition of that banking, and around he went. Well, here's a developing story. One car coming to pit road on the lead lap. That'll be the 42 of Max Terrell. He comes to pit road. Let's see, is he going to put 4 tires and fuel in it? Right side's going on here for Max Terrell. Right side tires for the 42. To the left sides go up. They do. So it'll be 4 tires here for car number 42 of Max Terrell. He'll have to restart outside the top 10. And when we go back green, it won't be that many laps. Looking at about maybe an 11-lap shootout. So that's risky business right now. Max would have restarted in P number 5. Third car to the inside lane. Elects to come to pit road. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it plays out. Looking at it, it looks like this may come down to James Skelton and Sean Butler, but let's not count our chickens before they hatch, race fans. Anything can happen. Take a look on that left side. That's the timing and scoring. If you're in blue, you have a chance for a championship. Everybody else is out here just trying to gather up a win tonight. This is pretty much going to come down to whether Skelton wins this race or if Butler wins this race. And maybe something happens that we're not even thinking about, because those two drivers are going to restart third and fourth. Zach Mitchell and Jason Wells, they would like a win. Even Dalton Williamson would like to sell the farm to pick up a win here in the Scrambler Series. Maybe he can do it here tonight. What about Tim Combs? The Hell Kitty Z01 Camaro's back there. Maybe Richard Murdoch. I think at this point, anybody on the lead lap has a chance to pick up the big W here tonight. And it does look like we're going 15 cars onto the lead lap here, as I believe that's Brandon Feeney getting the lucky dog that time. So Feeney back onto the lead lap. He'll have a chance to beat out his arch rival of Dave Bragg. Caution lights are out. We're going to have an 11-lap shootout here. 11 laps to decide a championship. That's all we're going to get. 11 more. Unless we have to go to overtime. Then we have 3 attempts if we want to play the overtime game. Safety car off the racetrack here. Coming back to the restart. Put 11 laps up, race fans. Let's see. A really good start there by the outside lane of Sean Butler, but a good start on the inside there for Skelton. Skelton's going to drift up the track a little bit. Little contact there between those two. Sean Single losing spots on the restart, really up high out of the groove. Double high 5 from the flag stand. Put him up. 10 to go. At the line, give it to Skelton once again, but Butler's making the outside lane work. Oh, one driver going to shoot out there. That's going to be the 64 Wells. He'll shoot to the outside. It's going to stack him up on the outside lane. We keep it hooked right here for the battle for the race lead. Skelton going to overcook the entry into 4. He'll walk the 88 up the Speedway just a little bit. Zach Mitchell right there ready to pounce. If they open up the door too much, Zach Mitchell may be looking to pick up a win. 9 to go. It'll be 8 to go at the line. They're still battling here for the race lead. Butler into the outside wall just a little bit. He'll stay right on that quarter panel there. Now it'll be the 86 taking command. 8 laps to go, and it is James Skelton out front here tonight. Richard Murdoch going to throw the block back there on the 42 of Max Terrell. Max is going to move Richard right up out of the way. Didn't like that move down into turn number 1 by Richard Murdoch, as Max just says, I gotta go. I don't have time to play around. 7 laps to go. 7 to go. Butler into the back end of the 86 of Skelton. He'll get him sideways. Skelton going to drift it. Skelton's going to go into the outside wall. Sean Butler turning around the 86 of James Skelton for the race lead with just 7 laps to go. That's the second time you've seen the battle for the race lead end up in one of the drivers going for a spin. This time, James Skelton goes for the ride as Sean Butler is the race leader. And this one may be headed to overtime. The 86 is Skelton needing to take the tow to pit road. Too much damage on the 86 for James Skelton. He will not be able to finish this race. He will go well down the pecking order. We will not see him go back to back here tonight. Waiting for the truck to show us the replay here. They're really paging this one back to dissect it. They said, take a look at this one. Butler from way back into the back end of the 86 of Skelton. And Skelton tries to catch it, just not able to. Skelton not able to catch it. Right on board with Skelton here. Skelton it hard into the outside wall, the whole nose piece of the 86 of Skelton. Right there, you saw it late break by the 88 of Butler, and there's where Skelton winds up, into the outside fence. So, well, race fans, you like extra racing? So do we. And we'll be going into overtime for a chance to win a championship this season. Unless we get the one to go right here, we go to overtime. Let's see what the iRacing.com safety car decides. It's going to be at the line, and it tells us that we... Well, what do you say we line them up for a green-white checker? So, when we do go back racing, it should be the 88 of Sean Butler leading the way here with Zach Mitchell. And how about Max Terriot? He's got fresh tires. He's been to pit road on lap number 185. 40 lap newer tires. Nope, I can't do math. It's 20. 20 lap. Got you excited, though. Got you excited. I was wondering how that was going to work out when I said 40. It'll be just 20 laps the difference on those tires. Dave Bragg also, I'm looking at it, he did come down on lap number 185, so he has fresh tires too. Green-white checker attempt number 1. It'll be Butler, your race leader. Zach Mitchell in second. Max Terriot in third. Then it'll be Dalton Williamson in fourth. Jeffrey Souza, Richard Murdoch, Ryan O'Donnell, Dave Bragg, Jason Wells, Tim Combs, your top 10. Oh boy, race fans, put the soda pop down, put the popcorn down. This one is about to get good. Green-white checker attempt number 1 coming at us right here tonight. Coming into the restart zone, and the green flag's back up. Max Terriot down to the corner, a little tap to the 88 of Butler there. Butler will come out of turn number 2 as the race leader. Max is right there, though, and remember, fresher tires for Max Terriot. Max going to lift a little bit early, going down into 3, and oh, they're going to wad him up behind him, it looks. Contact, but the white flag is going to fly. Final lap presented by the checkered flag auto supply. Final time into turns 1 and 2. That's the battle for the race lead right there that you are watching. Max going to slip a little bit. Big crash towards the mid-pack. Max going to come down here. Does he get to the back end of the 88 of Butler? He will not get to the back end of the 88 of Butler. Butler going to block, and it will be Sean Butler picking up a championship. Max Terriot in second. Jeffrey Souza back to third. They're picking up the most spots here tonight. Ryan O'Donnell will finish fourth. Jason Wells is fifth. It will be Dave Bragg then back there in 7th. Rex Hoyle, Zach Mitchell in 8th. 9th then will actually be Zach Mitchell. Rex Hoyle will be 8th. Zach Mitchell is 9th. And Brandon Feeney will be in the 10th position. So Butler wins it here tonight. He picks up the championship. So as Butler picks up that championship, we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to see if we can get your top 3 finishers tonight. And we'll be back at Martinsville.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Martinsville Speedway here tonight for Championship Night for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series presented by Red Light Racing. We needed to go to overtime to figure out who was going to win here tonight at Martinsville, and what a heck of a barn burner it definitely came down to. The price of admission here tonight, well, it was well worth it, wasn't it? Free racing experience here, brought to us by iRacing.com. Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's go down and talk to our third-place finisher here tonight. He drives car number 4. How about it, Souza? A heck of a battle for you here tonight, picking up 15 spots, and you will finish on the podium to round down the season.
Yeah, it's just a great job overall the whole season. We were there the whole season up there, second in the overall for the regular season. Just couldn't get there to the Final Four this year like we did last time, but the race was great. I think I should get the most cars passed award. I went from 15th to 10th to last to 15th to 10th to last again, I think 3 or 4 times. So definitely had the speed to be up there, just didn't qualify, and then some strategy calls didn't go my way.
But you played the strategy, though. At one point, you were out front as the race leader, and you were holding off those guys that had the stronger tires. Did you know, though, what was behind you and all on the line?
Yeah, I'm pretty nice to these guys. I know they're racing for their own thing, their own championship there. Just that second restart when I was in the lead, I got in the throttle. It spun the tires really bad, and at that point I said, I'm losing the lead. I might as well just fall in line somewhere. I think I ended up 6th or so, and all that chaos at the end ended up working in my favor to get back towards the front.
Well, a good, strong finish here tonight at Martinsville. Maybe not where you thought you would be in the championship hunt, but a third-place spot here tonight. Red carpet's out. Microphone is yours. Who do you got to thank for a great run here in the season finale?
So before I thank anybody, I do want to say sorry to Zach Mitchell. We were racing hard there, last lap deal. I didn't want to turn him. I just got into him enough that he did end up spinning. So sorry to him. But I just want to do a big thanks to Triad Racing. We've been working on this car and working with these guys and learning how to drive a lot better for the last few months. So big thanks to them. Big thanks to my spotter crew chief, Brandon Pierce. He's been working with me all season long, really making the strategy calls. And it's gotten us a lot of good finishes, and just, can't really deal with a ARCA break in at Phoenix. But them, and then Susan Media, Shorber Racing Graphics, Stent Analyzer, and Trust Me Vodka, too, for all the support they give us.
There you hear it from the driver of car number 4 here tonight, Jeffrey Souza. Not in the championship 4, but ran up towards the front here tonight. He'll pick up 15 spots. He'll finish 3rd tonight overall at the end of the 101 laps here, ran at Martinsville. Finishing in P number 2, does not look like we have the driver of car number 42. The MK Medic number 42 came into the night with a chance to win the championship. Unfortunately, he will finish 1 spot shy. He will finish 2nd here tonight, and that was not good enough to pick up a championship. The march through the field, though, was impressive to watch. That black number 42 MK Medic machine, 2nd place in tonight's race. 2nd place overall in our championship tonight goes to Max Terriol. Standing by here, though, ready to go, it is the driver that picks up the big W here tonight for your 3rd victory of the season. Sean, Your third victory also gets you another championship here with Red Light Racing.
Yeah, I had a great car all night. Felt like I was faster than most of the guys out there, and just a couple mistakes on my part there, racing the guys, and apologizing to Max and James. I mean, I don't know why I was getting into the corner so much better than them, and just misjudged it. Just feel terrible about that. I'm glad Max was able to rebound, and I knew he was going to give me a shot there at the end, so I just had my hands all up on the wheel, hoping to be able to hold on to it, and I was able to, get across the start finish line. So overall, it was a great race. Just a couple mistakes on my part.
Maybe a couple mistakes here tonight at Martinsville, but when you look back through the season for yourself, it's going to break down to 3 wins, 9 top 5s, and 10 top 10s out of the 15 races run. I mean, what more could you have asked for this season? I know it doesn't tie the record number of wins throughout the season. That was set by you a couple years back, but, I mean, what more could you have done? You picked up the championship.
It was. I felt like it was more of a up and down season. I would run good, and then I'd have some bad finishes, and that's probably those 5 bad finishes. I'm not used to having those many finishes like that. Usually, I'm just kind of up in the top 5 if I'm not racing for a win. But yeah, it was a good season. Come out and get a couple wins at the end of the season. Wanted to get into this race, and then pick this one up. Like I said, not exactly the way I wanted to do it, but I was able to make it happen. Like I said, I can't apologize enough to those guys, especially James there at the end. I just kind of took him right out, but it was just so close. I didn't even feel like I hit him, but I did. So
either way, when you tally it all up here tonight, you take the top spot, you take the win. Congratulations on picking up another series win and another series championship here with the Scrambler series. Sean, we know you're no stranger to this one, so the red carpet is out, my friend. Who made this all possible all season long to pick up those 3 wins and a championship along the way?
Definitely gotta give a shout out to my teammates, especially James. We do a lot of practice. We strategize with DJ and everything, and DJ's our big strategy guy. I was able to beat him on the same strategy last week, but thanks to Red Light for putting all these on, all the admins. I gotta thank all the guys that come out, all these guys that keep coming out week after week, season after season. It's a great place to race. Lots of great talent out here. It's hard to get these championships, especially if you don't race all the time like I seem to be doing nowadays. But thanks to you up there in the booth, putting on a great show, and thanks to all the fans that come out every week, every season, and hope to see you guys next season.
There you hear it from your series champion this year, driving the 88 out of Ohio, Sean Butler will pick up his 3rd win of the season en route to picking up another championship. So season number 12's champion, Sean Butler, driving car number 88. So a good season for Sean, and a great season of racing is what we saw all season long by these Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series drivers. 15 weeks to get us to this point at Martinsville, where we knew it was a curveball. Anything was going to happen, it was going to happen here at Martinsville for a chance to win a championship. We may have seen a couple drivers into each other, some tempers here tonight, and we'll see if those cool off during the off-season, because that off-season starts now. These drivers will all have a couple of weeks off to regroup, energize themselves, because next season will start on April the 4th when we go to Chicagoland for season number 13 with the Scrambler Series. Will Sean Butler be able to back up his championship run that he had here this season, picking up 3 wins? Will he be able to tie the wins that he put up a couple seasons ago en route to another championship? Well, we're all going to have to wait until April the 4th when the series opener starts at Chicagoland. We get the Xfinity car out. Couple of changes that will come next year. We'll see the Xfinity car back in racing competition. We'll see the old Gander Outdoor truck back. But this time, we go Cup racing. And that Cup car will no longer be the car that you saw on the Speedway here tonight. The next generation Cup car, as they call it still. is the Cup car we will run. The 1987, Winston Cup machine will be back in racing action, but now we will bring the ARCA car back for a handful of races next year. And how about it, race fans? We've been to Talladega. We've been to short tracks like Martinsville. We've been to the intermediates like Atlanta, Chicagoland, Michigan. But now we're going to throw the curveball. Bristol. What do you mean? That's not a curveball, right? Well, how about this? Let's throw some dirt on it. Let's get the tailgate trucks out, and let's see who can sling the best dirt. Well, that's next year's schedule. It's looking like a good one, that's for sure. And we can't wait to bring it to you next season. April the 4th, mark it on the calendars, race fans. That's a Monday, and you can catch all that racing action next season right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network when myself, Roger Muth, brings you the racing action coverage for Red Light Racing. Until we see you next time, though, race fans, Sean Butler's your champion. We got to thank, though, all the guys at Checkered Flag Auto Supply, all the guys here with Red Light Racing. And, of course, all of us here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, we hope you enjoyed this season. And until we catch you next time, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.